in a last man standing match is a whole different story. So you're going to have to show
fighters,
up.
you're watching WrestleWire 24/7, your go-to for everything WWE. Subscribe, tap the bell, and let's dive deep. In the quiet aftermath of Monday Night Raw, long after the cameras had stopped rolling and fans were filing out, WWE delivered a backstage moment that shook the roster. Austin Theory walked into a private meeting few knew existed, stepping into a room charged with purpose. Paul Heyman sat poised, calm, and deliberate, while the Vision observed Theory like an artist examining a blank canvas, ready for bold strokes. Heyman extended an offer that was impossible to ignore: guidance, protection, and a clear path to the top. Power earned through strategy, not hype. All Theory needed to offer in return was loyalty. Without hesitation, he stepped forward, shook Heyman's hand, and nodded to the Vision, declaring he was done chasing opportunities alone. He wanted real influence, the kind that changes the room the moment you enter. Word of the alliance spread instantly, sending whispers through the locker room. A new calculating trio was forming, and Monday Night Raw would never feel the same again. Austin Theory's turning point. Austin Theory's decision wasn't born out of desperation, and it wasn't the impulsive leap of a man who had run out of options. For weeks, maybe months, there had been a shift in him, a subtle frustration, a quiet calculation, the kind of internal restlessness that comes when someone knows they're capable of more, but hasn't figured out how to break through that last layer of resistance. He's been close to victory too many times without holding on, close to momentum too often without sustaining it, and close to championship gold without being able to claim it outright. What he walked into after Raw wasn't a plea for help. It was a strategic pivot from a competitor who's grown tired of carrying potential without payoff. The Vision sees the world not just as it is, but as it could be, and that perspective has a gravitational pull. Combine that with Heyman's uncanny ability to turn careers into legacies, and suddenly, Theory's choice doesn't look risky at all. It looks like the smartest play he's made yet. He didn't join a faction, he joined a blueprint. He aligned himself with people who understand that championships aren't just won in the ring. They're won in conversations, backstage alliances, and chessboard-level strategy. For Theory, this moment marks the start of something far more layered than a heel turn or a partnership. It's a declaration that he's done waiting for WWE to hand him space. Now he's taken it. Paul Heyman's quiet master plan. Paul Heyman has always operated with a kind of brilliance that only becomes clear in hindsight. His plans rarely scream. They simmer, develop, and then strike with precision. What happened after Raw wasn't a spontaneous recruitment. It was a move he'd likely mapped from multiple angles, waiting for the right moment to bring Theory into the fold. Heyman thrives on identifying talent, not just in terms of athletic potential, but in terms of long-term narrative power. Individuals who can shift the direction of the company, disrupt the balance of influence, and elevate everything around them. With Theory, he saw a competitor who had the tools but still lacked the infrastructure to ascend to the top consistently. The Vision, calm beside him, represented the future Heyman wants to build, one not defined by chaos, but by clarity, confidence, and controlled dominance. Bringing Theory into that space wasn't just about strengthening their side. It was about strategically shaping the landscape of Raw. Heyman rarely makes moves that benefit only his own circle. He builds ecosystems. And tonight, he planted another pillar in the foundation of the future he's crafting. the Vision's role in this new alignment. Until now, the Vision's presence on Raw has been powerful but understated, a calm force, a leader who moves with intention rather than noise. But tonight, something shifted. His silence in that meeting wasn't passive, it was evaluative. He watched Theory not like someone welcoming a new ally, but like someone measuring whether the pieces were finally aligning the way he intended them to. The Vision operates with clarity, every action rooted in purpose, every partnership chosen carefully. His nod to Theory wasn't just approval, it was acceptance into a strategy that lives beyond one show, one feud, or one rivalry. The Vision values individuals who understand responsibility, growth, and the importance of evolving beyond ego. Theory stepping forward without hesitation was exactly the kind of commitment the Vision demands. This alliance doesn't feel temporary or situational. It feels like the first chapter of something larger, something designed to reshape Raw's future through discipline, confidence, and an unshakable internal structure. The locker room reaction. The moment Theory walked out of that meeting, the energy backstage shifted. Wrestlers who had spent the night preparing for matches or cooling down after them suddenly found the air buzzing with conversation. Quick, tense, and speculative. A new trio forming under Heyman's influence is never just a storyline development, it's a warning shot. Some saw Theory's decision as smart, others as dangerous, and a few as a move that could create a divide between those who believe in Heyman's strategic brilliance and those who fear the sway he can have over a show's hierarchy. Younger talent viewed it with a mix of hope and unease. If Theory could make such a leap, what does that mean for their own futures? Veterans, on the other hand, understood the implications instantly. When Heyman builds something, it doesn't stay small. It grows, it spreads, and it tilts the landscape. And with the Vision's calm authority balancing Heyman's sharp mind, the locker room knows Raw's balance of power is already shifting. What this means for Raw's future. Raw has been in a state of evolution for months, but tonight's development pushes it into a new phase entirely. With Theory now aligned with Heyman and the Vision, a new faction is taking shape. One built not on chaos, not on intimidation, but on calculated dominance and long-term ambition. This isn't just another alliance, it's a statement of direction. This trio has the potential to rewrite rivalries, tilt championship races, and redefine what power looks like on Monday nights. Raw has always been driven by personalities that force everyone else to adapt, and now a fresh force has entered that space. Theory gains strategy, the Vision gains a new layer of influence, Heyman gains another mind to mold, and Raw gains a shift that could ripple through every division, every storyline, and every superstar aiming for the top. Whatever comes next, one thing is clear. The brand won't breathe the same way again.